So this Boruto chapter was really good. Like, probably the best we got so far. We got Himawari finally accessing Nanato's power. We got Hidari versus Sarada, and more. So let's just jump right into it. The chapter continues with Ino Shikacho and Himawari fleeing the village in order to lure Jura out of it. And Jura mentions that perhaps they're leaving the battlefield to reduce harm to the village, which is pretty smart of him to think of that. Then we got Konohamaru and some guards pulling up to the scene. Hidari immediately senses it and turns around. Konohamaru communicates to Shikamaru that he sees the intruder, but Team 10 isn't there. Shikamaru tells him, don't worry about Team 10, they already fled the scene. He tells everybody to go support Team 10. Kawaki hears the news about Himawari, and we see Boruto grabbing his hand, still hiding because of his karma activating last chapter. Shikamaru then tells Kawaki to forget about Boruto and to go to the scene since they both see the Shinju clones as enemies. Kawaki said he should have told him about Himawari first, and then he takes off flying. Delta follows behind. Shikamaru asks Boruto, is he okay? And he says it's just a minor setback, nothing to worry about. He just needs a little break, even though he over there sweating bullets, so it's definitely not minor. Hidari asks Jura, why do people keep interfering with? Like they not invading the village and going after a child.
Stop it. Get some help.
Jura then takes off after Himawari and Team 10. As Hidari and Konohamaru stand in front of each other, Konohamaru asks, why is he after Himawari? Hidari tells him they're noisy and what do they want with them? I like Hidari's personality. Like, he's kind of mean. Not necessarily mean, but he's like more on edge. And like, Jura is way more like calm and he talks more formal. But Hidari doesn't move like that at all. And let's be honest here. Konohamaru is doing absolutely nothing against Hidari. Like, at this point, Team 7 is way stronger than Konohamaru. So like, he not doing nothing. And you know them guards just gonna get killed like the other guards did by Jura. So it's just going to end up bad for him. Konohamaru remembers that one of the intruders has Sasuke's chakra signature. The Sensory unit tells him that the one who has the exact match is the one right in front of you. Konohamaru is confused. Then all of a sudden, Sarada and Sumire call out to Konohamaru after finally arriving to the scene, taking all day. Sarada asks if he's okay, and Hidari immediately locks eyes on Sarada. And we know that she is his target, so he definitely about to take this opportunity. Konohamaru looks confused. Hidari uses his claw mark, throws them behind Sarada and Sumire, comes behind Sarada. Sarada lets you see it in the corner of her eye, and he comes at her with a Chidori. Boys, it's getting crazy, boys. It's about to get crazy. Sarada turns around with her Sharingan activated, dodges the Chidori. Konohamaru's yelling, Sarada! Sarada got this under control. Dodges it, then comes back with her own Chidori. Cuts him up. This is definitely a feat for her. To be able to react in time, activate your Sharingan, dodge it, and then activate your Chidori yourself, get Hidari. Boy, Sarada's stronger than what we think. Now remember, she's been training for 3 years. We ain't really yet to see her power for it. This is just 3 Tomo Sharingan right here. This is not even an MS. We ain't even see that yet. And she already doing feats like this. Boy, we in for a treat. She hits Hidari right in the side, cuts him up. Sumire calls out for her, asks her, you okay? Sarada's like, this jutsu he just attacked me with, it was Chidori, just like mine's and my dad's. And I like how Hidari, he not saying a word in this joint, he just fighting. And she's like, who are you? Now we know Sarada, she's about to piece these things together and remember what Boruto told her and Sumire about what happened to Sasuke. She's smart, so she's definitely about to figure this all out. It switches to Himawari and Kurama, and he introduces himself to her, and she recognizes who he is and says, aren't you the Biju that was in my dad? She's even confused on where they are. Kurama tells her this is her conscience made visible and that they share one body and one soul. Team 10 is trying to wake up Himawari, but it's no use. Chocho notices Jura is tailing them and Shikadai calls out for backup immediately. It jumps back to Hima Kurama and he explains to her that yes, he wasn't her father and his life ran out, but Biju's always returned back to life. He tells her no one knows when they will reborn or that he would come back inside his daughter. It could be because she was born with some of his chakra or it could be because of her Uzumaki and Hyuga blood. Kurama tells her it doesn't really matter anymore and she must accept the circumstance, and she introduces herself to him as a way of accepting what has happened. She wakes back up to her and Team 10 still being chased by Jura. She calls out to Kurama to do something. Chocho and Inogen are thrilled that she's even awake. She continues to call for Kurama while completely ignoring the others. Jura, while still chasing him, begins to use a tail baseball out of his eye. He shoots it right at Inogen's bird, blows the wing off, causing him to come down and crashing. Chocho tells everyone to grab on as he inflates herself so everyone can land safely. They all start to get up. Jura immediately lands right in front of him, saying it's a shame he has to kill him because how good of a team they are, and he reiterates to them that they chose this fate. Oh yeah, this is getting good. Himawari screams out to Kurama once again. He tells her that she's the only one that can do anything. Whether or not she uses his power, it's all up to her. I like that. She gotta come out her shell. She gotta put on her big girl pants now, you feel me? It's time to lock in. It's time to get serious for real. Kurama tells her that he can sense that her chakra has a high affinity to his, more than any of her predecessors, including Naruto. He tells her she needs to believe in herself because her future isn't looking too bright right now. Basically, Kurama is saying his and Himawari chakra are more compatible than her predecessors, which makes sense because she is the daughter of Naruto and Hinata, plus her grandparents are Minato and Kushina. So if you consider those, it's not really surprising at all. Himawari Himawari just takes off after Jura. Chocho screams out to her. Hima throws a kick at Jura and he just catches it with ease for her like it was nothing. Jura then snaps her leg, breaking it. In the process, she falls straight to the ground. Chocho and Shigadai look speechless. And Inujin is furious as he screams out for her, calling her out, Himawari! Hima is on the ground and shocked that her leg is broken and that she can't even move it. Inujin charges at Jura with his beast scroll. Jura completely destroys it and engulfs Hima instantly. Everyone has a scared look on her face. He tells Himawari that they call it Devour and that she is nourishment for him inside that tree. Hima is terrified right now. The Inujin charges at Jura once again, still not realizing the different power. Shigadai yells at Inujin, don't! Then Jura just knees him right in the stomach, putting him down. Hima is begging Jura not to hurt him, but he just says they just don't know when to stop attacking him. Inujin, crawling on the ground, barely able to move, faintly tells Jura to leave her alone, but he got this cold look on his face, like he just don't even care what he's saying. And he sends a tree right through Inujin's body, bro, doing him crazy. We see him coughing out blood and his life leaving his body. Shigadai and Chocho are heartbroken, and we see tears begin to fall down from Himawari's eyes. Jura has no regard for human life, bro. This is the type of villain I need. And RIP to my man Inujin, bro. He tried his best to keep Himawari safe, but he just wasn't strong enough. But he had a good heart, though. All of a sudden, Hima starts breaking through the tree. They all turn their attention to Himawari, and she begins to resemble her grandmother, Kushina, when she get mad. I love the reference here. Her eyes turn fox-like, which only means one thing. Himawari has finally awakened to Nine-Tails' power, and she is pissed off, absolutely tearing the tree like it's nothing. She left everybody speechless, even Jura's curious. Kurama acknowledges that she has finally tapped into his power, and she's ready to run wild. And that's pretty much how the chapter ends. Let's clap it up for our Go Kishimoto. He deserved a round of applause for this W chapter, probably the best one we got so far. Sarada's fight sequence with Hidari probably had the best one so far in Two Blue Vortex, and it was immaculate to see her dodge like that and come back with her own Chidori. That was clean for real. Then Inujin was killed. My goodness, this is what I need from Kishimoto. Not to be afraid to kill people. Boruto is already much darker than Naruto. So people dying fits this tone of story way better. And this was the push Himawari needed. She needed to see what a real battle looks like. The feeling of death at the door. The feeling of losing loved ones. This would stimulate so much growth for her character, bro. And soon she gonna realize that she gonna have to put her big girl pants on and get stronger. And I love the focus on her these past two chapters. The children of Naruto and Hinata are about to be cracked, bro. And I'm pretty sure we all want to see them fight together. She might do some crazy things we ain't never seen before because her affinity is higher than any of her predecessors. So this is about to be crazy, bro. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next video.